Hello, welcome. So we are at my desk today. It is a mess because I am a messy person. That's just what it is. And I hope you like my witch hat. I think it's pretty cool. Look at that. I will link down below where I got this hat because it was from a fellow artist that I am good friends with, and I will link down his Esty shop. He was super nice about it. He customized the rims so I could have it a little bit larger the way that I like them. But I will link that down below. And I will someday do an Etsy haul kind of a thing from all the artist friends that I have purchased from, or other small businesses that I really enjoy. But that is not what today's video is about. So today we're going to be going over how I make my own prints. So if that sounds like something that is interesting to you, go ahead and smash that like button and make sure that you're subscribed so that you can stay up to date on any other ways that I run my Etsy shop or how I do my artwork, including a really big project that is coming out with goddesses I am going to show you in this video. I'm doing 42 of them, but I'm only going to show you like 5 or 6. So it'll be kind of like a sneak peek, and I'm super excited for it, but let's go ahead and delve in here. So I keep all my Etsy stuff underneath here, and then my printer is underneath this desk right here. But I'm going to go ahead and show you the prints that I am referring to. And another disclaimer is I do live in a smaller apartment, so a lot of my stuff is consolidated here, and just kind of how I make it work. But let's go ahead and show you. So the prints. Okay, so these are the prints that we are going to be making. They are a high gloss, very, very beautiful. Excuse my nails. And then these are the goddesses that I am referring to. So if these look like prints that you are wanting to learn how to make, then go ahead and stay tuned. And again, hit that like button and subscribe so you can stay up to date on videos. Okay, so I just want to show you that this is the printer that I use. It is the Canon Pro 100. It can print up to a 13 by 19 sheet. But I don't usually print that big. I just have it because it has 8 different color cartridges. So the colors are more likely to be accurate than something that runs off of just color and black ink. So let me go ahead and show those to you here. Okay, so if you open it up right here, that is where it's going to show you the cartridges. Okay, so I may insert another clip on what these look like when you replace them, because I did recently just replace my black. I do use black a lot, as you can tell from my artwork, but it comes with the 8 different cartridges. We have magenta, photo cyan, which is really important because it's different than regular cyan, which is over here. We also have gray and light gray, and so if you're doing grayscale images, this printer is really awesome for that. They do also have black, yellow, and then a photo magenta, which is also different than regular magenta. It's pretty much like a pinkish color. But because of the range, it's a better printer, and it does better for art prints, even if it is something simple like black and white, because you have such a large scale here. Now you can see that this one is flashing very slowly. That means that it's running low, but it's not completely out. But if you pull it out here, yeah, actually it is completely out. So when it flashes really quickly, you can see right here the cartridge is completely out. So this one was made by, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it is one of the brands that I like to use that you can purchase off of Amazon. But you can see this bank right here is where it keeps ink, and that is currently empty, so that does mean that we need to replace it. So I like that the light will flash and tell me that it's empty, rather than just running out completely, so that is really nice. And then the solid red lights mean that the ink bank is okay, and there is still plenty more ink. So let's go ahead and switch this out so I can show you guys how I do that. Okay, so this is the ink that was in it, this one. Premium cartridges. It's an 8-pack, so it comes with all of them, and I will link it down below, but I believe it was about $30, which is a steal for this printer, because if you buy the 8-pack from Canon, it is going to cost you $100. So don't do that. There's no reason to do that, because these colors are the same. I like them, and when I first bought the printer it came with Canon, then I switched to these, and I find that the quality is very similar. But I'm currently out of these. They didn't have them in stock last time I went to order, so I'm going to show you another one that I like to use. And that one is by Lime Ink. They're ink cartridges. So this was actually an 18 pack, and so I'll show it to you here. So it actually came with 2 of every color, and then I got 4 of the black, which was super nice. And this ran me, I think, about the same as the other one, like maybe $35 to $40. And so you get twice as much as what you would get with Canon, and I do like the colors. So you can either buy jumbo packs from them, or I bought this pack of black. It came with 5 of them because I use black so often. I did purchase extra black inks. So that's what's in here. And I think that cost me like $20 maybe. So that's way better than the Canon, and I like this brand a lot, Lime Ink. I do buy this off of Amazon, so I'll put a link down below so you guys can check it out as well. I do also want to let you know that my Amazon links are affiliate links, so every click does help this channel grow, so I want to thank you guys in advance for that. But that's because I already use Amazon a lot. I love it for my business, especially since I can get things delivered right to my door, and I don't have to worry about going out or things being out of stock versus in store. It's actually really hard to find these in store, so that's why I like to purchase them off of Amazon. So I will list the links down below, and I'll also make a kit.com for you guys to see everything all in one spot to make it a lot easier for you to locate it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and replace it. The computer does also tell when these are low too, so you don't have to just look at the lights to know when it's ready to be replaced. But we are just going to open this up. You can also recycle these cartridges. I usually take them to like the nearest Best Buy. But you just pull that off. That is the clip for the printer, and then these do have the chips, so your printer will recognize that these are in there, and it will know how much is in there, so you don't have to worry about that. But you just carefully twist this off. When you twist this off, do not squeeze here, otherwise you'll squeeze ink everywhere. So squeeze over here on the side, try to keep it underneath. You just twist it off like that, and then you just take it, flip it upside down. And so I grabbed light gray, but I actually need gray. Okay, press, and there you go. It registers that the ink is in there, so it's a solid light. And then I just put these back in here with their little plastic piece, and you can drop these off at Best Buy for recycling. At least the Best Buy in my area does allow that. And then you close this guy up, and you're good to go. Okay, cool. So now I've got the printer open, and I plug in my MacBook Air with the USB, and that's how I use it. It is Wi-Fi compatible, but I just prefer to plug it in because I think it's a lot easier and a lot quicker. I don't plug it into my desktop because all of my art stuff is on here because I use my iPad Procreate, and it's just easier to airdrop the files to my laptop than to send it to my desktop, which is a Windows, and that's a much longer process to get it from my iPad. It's just easier to put it here. Let me show you the papers that I have used and like. I also bought these off of Amazon. First we have this one, the Epson Value Photo Paper Glossy. This is inkjet photo paper. So there is a difference between inkjet and laserjet glossy paper. So inkjet because that's what this printer is. So I always buy them in the size that I want it to be in. So this one is a 4x6 and it comes with 100 of them. And then another one that I really like is this Lexmark 4x6, and this is the Perfect Finish photo paper, also inkjet, and then 4x6, and it did come with 100 of them, but I've used them up, so I really like these ones. This one came from this company right here, Printery, and I purchased it off of Amazon. It was a big bulk pack of photo paper, so you can see it in here. and it came with about 200 sheets, I believe. And then this one though is good for both inkjet and laser jet. So I also purchased this off of Amazon. So that one's good. If you have it for both, that's fine. Just don't buy the one that's specifically made only for laser jet. So either only inkjet or both. So there's that one. And these are my 8x10. Yeah, comes with 200 sheets. So that's what I did for that one. So the way that I print it here. Okay, so this printer does take a little bit of time to warm up. So while it is doing that, we're going to come over here and we're going to do File, Print, your thing here. File, Print, make sure it's on the right printer. Change this. It's usually on default. So change it to printing on photo glossy paper so the printer knows what kind of paper is in there. That does affect the print quality. And then you're going to change this to a 4x6. I prefer borderless. And then fill entire page will work if your picture doesn't cover the whole thing. So, and go ahead and hit print. Then it's going to bring it over here to a queue. And then you just got to wait for it to print. Okay, and the printer does take a little while to prepare. Okay, so you can see that it is coming out there. This is my little QA assistant. She likes to inspect these to make sure that they're good enough for the shop. She's my quality assurance. Okay, there we go. And I would let these dry for a couple minutes upon coming out of the printer, just because it is glossy paper. Matte paper, you probably won't need to worry about it as much. But look at that. That is so pretty. And then here is the other one. After they've dried, it's okay to touch them, and you're not going to leave any fingerprints. So, assuming that your fingers aren't messy and gross. Look at that. That is just so beautiful. I love the shine. Okay, so I've got the paper in there for the 8x10 already. I'm going to just go ahead and show you this process again. This is my dragon. She's been specifically formatted for 8x10, so she should print exactly like this. Okay, so you hit print. Make sure that this is set to photo glossy paper so that your printer knows what's going on. We're going to do 2 of them. I need to change this to 8x10 borderless. And then see how perfectly that fit. Like, there's no like extra white space. I didn't have to tell it to fill the page like my other one I had to, so that kind of risks it being off-centered or the print not looking exactly the way that you want it to. So you're going to go ahead and hit print. It's going to go over to that queue and send it to the printer. You can see right here I have it plugged in USB. The Wi-Fi does work. I have another friend who has the same printer. He likes using the Wi-Fi. I just prefer to plug it in. And it's good for your posture to sit on the ground for a little bit too, right? Okay, perfect. So I just skipped forward to when it's done because it does take a while to print. Again, I would try not to touch the surface of these for a couple minutes so that they can dry. That's just my own personal preference. It doesn't actually leave any marks, but I don't want to risk it. But here is that one, the 8x10. You can see the high gloss. Like, it's so glossy you can see my reflection in it. And that is something that I absolutely love. And again, the lines are perfect. They are smooth. I don't see any streaking. I don't see any mess ups. And so there it is, Dragon Goddess. And both of these will be listed on my shop. Okay, and I also wanted to show that you can stack these and store them together. I actually have all of mine in this plastic sleeve. And there is, yeah, see, they're stacked in there. And they don't stick, they don't leave any residue or anything, so that makes it really easy to store them as well. Okay, hopefully you guys can see me. So that is how I make my prints. I do really enjoy the look of them, and I think that it works very well for my artwork. So if you found that video to be helpful, just go ahead and hit that like button. And if you have any comments or questions, go ahead and leave them below. I will link everything in the description box. Most of my stuff does come off of Amazon just because it is easier. And I will go ahead and do a kit.com just so it's all consolidated into one place and it will be easier for you guys to use. At least I'm thinking about doing one. I'm not super sure yet. And I do also want to thank you in advance because the Amazon links are Amazon affiliate, because every click does help this channel grow more than you know. So I just want to say thank you in advance. And if you are interested with how I run my shop and how I post these like stock pictures and stuff like that and descriptions, then just go ahead and subscribe, and that will be a video for the future.